research. And another issue is usually we have information, health information, aggregated by political boundaries or political administrative areas. But now it's clear that administrative areas are inadequate to address many public health concerns. And in this case, we have to compose more sophisticated maps and aggregate information and georeference it another time. There is a citation from the article Place, Space and Health, GIS and Epidemiology. If poorly used or poorly made, a well-attention tool can do more damage than good. It's a universal phrase, and this phrase could be applied to any sophisticated technique, but it was said for GIS in epidemiology. So it's a promising technology, but in some cases it could be dangerous. There is an end of my first part of report. So GIS can provide spatial dimension to epidemiological research, visualization, modeling. GIS can be used for many public health applications and services, for example, location of healthcare resources, equity and accessibility to services, special statistics, but spatial statistics are needed to determine whether the pattern on the map is somehow unusual. In other words, we need statistics for the evidence-based analysis, evidence-based results. At the end, I would like to say something about my project in URMIT. The research topic of URMIT is emerging infectious diseases with emphasis on epidemiology, diagnosis and treatment. The head of the URMIT is Professor Didier Raoult. And I'm going to work with the Senegalese unit of URMIT. Research director of this unit is Dr. Jean-François Trapp. He is a malaria expert, and he is one of the founder of the Dielmo project, or Dielmo project. It's a longitudinal study of malaria, host-parasite relationships. Dielmo and Diop are Senegalese village very close to Gambian border. Dielmo is a green village nearby the river, and Diop village that is situated in desert area. The surveillance system reveals some differences in the prevalence of diseases in Dielmo and Diop. For example, malaria is stable all around the year in Dielmo, but in Diop it depends on rainfall season. Of course, it could be explained by the climate, but on the other hand, Q fever, tick relapsing fever, tick-borne rickettsiosis were discovered in Dielmo but not in Diop, and it's very hard to explain by the climate. And in this case, GIS could be helped to explain this phenomenon. My project is the study of epidemiology of infectious diseases in Africa, especially in Senegal, using Geographic Information System and geospatial analysis on macro and micro levels. The objectives of my project are following: to determine geographical distribution of diseases, to identify areas of high and low incidence, to stratify risk factors, to assess resource allocation, to plan and target intervention. There is a map of Dilmo village in Senegal. There is another example, thematic map of Dilmo village. It's a pie chart, combination of pie diagram and the map. And the size of the pie indicates the total number of surveyed cases. It's some kind of map from the research of Dr. Pavel. My project will have multidisciplinary characteristics because it has to deal with demography, geography, botany, zoology, and so on. There is a map, I guess it's familiar to you, no? This is Marseille. It's an area of report and another data from unpublished article of Dr. Séminaire. So I'm going to collaborate with other researchers in study of using GIS in epidemiology of emerging diseases. My project will have implications, identification of reservoir and vectors for emerging infectious diseases with the use of geospatial analysis, development of a GIS-based system for control of infectious diseases, to forecast epidemics, and to develop some kind of measures. And my project will have the following perspective: a positive impact of sanitary countermeasures and preventive options on population health. I'm going to work in a multidisciplinary team, and I'm going to transfer tools and methods to students on different levels in France and Senegal, and going to train local technical personnel. And there is selected reference. There are not a lot of books on GIS in public health epidemiology. It's most eminent books. I used some computer presentation that I found in internet on the Geographic Information Systems epidemiology. And there are many articles on GIS in epidemiology. There are just selected reference, and there is a special journal of health geographics that is dedicated to using of GIS in public health and epidemiology. Thank you for attention. Merci beaucoup for your talk.
You said that the software could be very expensive for GIS. What do you call expensive? Exactly, just to have an idea.
If we talk about the powerful software like ArcGIS, it depends, because there is no fixed price for GIS. GIS powerful packages contains from different models, and it depends on what we want, what kind of research we perform, what kind of analysis we perform, and we use different packages, and with the different prices.
If you had an unlimited budget, what would you get?
Well, I will try to use non-commercial software, but if the abilities or some kind of it's not sufficient, will be I will try to use I will search the commercial software, but it depends. There is no universal decision. Some kind of analysis require one package, other one. There is no universal, just like a word processor. That's all. Or Excel table.
And what is available here?
Huh?
What is available here when you work with France Spinella, for instance?
Well, I used Quantum GIS. I used epidemiology. I used different type. Different analysis require different software.
If I can just answer to you, for studies in Marseille we use RView, and you have to count about 5,000 euro for a package who can work for infectious disease. It's about what we can pay.
So that's expensive.
Yes, it's expensive. Do you know Sagis software?
Huh?
Do you know Sagis software? Sagis. It's a GIS software developed by Mark Subi.
No.
He works in IAD, that's why I asked it to you. Because it's a software developed for epidemiology.
No, I'm not very fluent in French,
yeah.
Therefore right now I'm limited. But of course I will learn it.
No, but the software, the Sagis software is in English. It's available in English, and is developed for spatial epidemiology. There is a lot of
it's very interesting.
Yes. Then, as you are in ERD now, I think you can.
Okay. Thank you very much
Maybe you can.
for this information.
Oui, c'est bien si vous pouvez lui montrer ce que vous avez. Il est là tout le temps.
D'accord.
Avant de partir au Séminaire.